pessoas, aqui quem fala é Kristy e hoje eu tô aqui trazendo o meu primeiro vídeo diferente, que é de STANLEY PARABLE. E depois eu vou iniciar uma série de um jogo que o meu amigo Peter recomendou, chamado To The Moon, que ele falou que eu tenho que jogar esse jogo e eu tenho que gravar porque é um jogo excelente. Então, eu tentei gravar ele hoje, mas eu tive um pequeno erro que o meu action não funcionou. Então, eu vou mostrar pra vocês que eu vou chegar no final feliz desse joguinho aqui. Rapidinho, eu acho. Então vamos aqui tentar. Eu tava mexendo no... Vamos tentar chegar no final rápido de STANLEY PARABLE. E depois eu vou iniciar uma série de To The Moon no próximo vídeo. Só está carregando um pouquinho, né? Então a gente tem que esperar nessas ocasiões, né? Tem que fazer o loading para sempre. Seria uma boa se...
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Sério que tu era feliz com isso?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived.
Mudança de rotina, Stanley, acontece na vida de todas as pessoas. Era dia de folga e tu não leu o e-mail porque só estava apertando o botão. Aposto que era isso.
This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid.
Você foi trabalhar num dia da preguiça, que é aquele dia que os funcionários podem descansar em casa.
He got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Vamos. Tá. Sei que tem uma conquista na Steam, você tem que clicar 430 vezes nessa porta. Tá, sala de reunião. Olha que legal. Não dá pra você interagir com as coisas. Só faz um barulhinho. Nossa, que susto. Até que eu fecho a gaveta aqui. Tem... Ai, Hate Monday. Bem-vindo ao clube. Tá.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Eu quero ir pra essa.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley waited well.
Deixa eu quebrar o sistema do narrador.
First, just to admire it.
Ah, é que é a sala de...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Pegar uma coquinha, daí agora eu vou embora.
Just to spend a few moments, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Vem pra cá. Ah, eu não quero ir pra cá. Eu não quero ir pra cá também.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Isso, voltamos para o caminho certo. Ah, essa aqui é a sala de reuniões.
Not a single person here either.
Tá bom.
Stanley decided to go up to his
Esse jogo te deixa tenso, não sei porquê. Ele me deixa tenso. Vamos pra sala do chefe mesmo. Quero ver como que é a sala do chefe nessa empresa. O que é aqui? Ah, é o banheiro. Nossa senhora. E aqui? Tá fechado. Bom, essas portas fechando.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Pula.
Shocked,
não.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 285. 4, 5. But of course,
Mas é claro, Stanley não teria como saber disso. Incrivelmente apertando os botões aleatórios. Só ser inteligente, hein, Stanley? Então vamos descer, né? Ai, Jesus. Então, esse jogo deixa a gente tenso. Esse joguinho deixa a gente tenso. Ah, não bugou no loading agora. Agora há pouco bugou, tive que fechar o jogo e abrir de novo.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Tá muito escuro. Vamos acender a luz. Onde acendemos a luz? Será que não tem um botão para acender a luz pequena em algum lugar? Ah!
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Ai, meu Deus. Esse jogo é foda. Obrigado, mundo Reiki, por ter me dado esse jogo.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Meu Deus.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Tipo, eu ficava preso, ficavam me vigiando. É mais ou menos esse o fundamento da história do Stanley.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Nossa.
Was it even possible? Had he truly
Eu
spent
não tô falando
his
nada
entire
porque o
life
jogo diz tudo,
utterly
entenderam?
blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
Gente, ele era totalmente
Walking,
controlado.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Que
And as
horror.
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would
Vou
dismantle the
desligar ou não
controls
desligar?
once
Desligar ou não
and
desligar?
for
Desligar
all.
ou não desligar? Vou desligar, estão me controlando. Ai, Jesus. O que eu fiz?